Immigration lawyers cost between $3,500 to $10,000. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new on here, my name is Tonia. I'm a travel and a lifestyle vlogger based in Dallas, Texas. Today's video is sponsored by Rewire. If you're new on here and you don't know what Rewire is an app that I use to send money to Nigeria, and you can use Rewire to send money to every country that Rewire supports. Okay, I have made multiple videos about Rewire and all their benefits. They give you a free debit card that you can use online, offline, in stores and everywhere, and their rates are amazing. So if you're new on here and you've never heard about Rewire before, go ahead, check the description box. You're going to see a website there. Check them out, read about what they do, and if you're interested, click on the second link and you get 2 free transfers. Your very first 2 transfers are going to be absolutely free. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys every single thing you need to know about green card costs. If you're doing I-130 and then coming to the US, or if you're doing adjustment of status, whatever category you fall in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the costs for all of these different categories. If you're interested in this, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, break it, destroy it, and do whatever you like with it. Before we get into this video, I want you to know that I am not a professional immigration lawyer or anything. Every single thing that I share on my channel is based on my personal experience. So the first thing I want to say is that the amount of money you spend is depending on what route you decide to take. In my case, we did our process all by ourselves. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my experience, and you will see that my cost is a bit less, but you might spend more depending on whether you want to use an immigration lawyer or not, whether you want to consult an agent or not, and all of that kind of stuff. So before we go into the video, I'm going to share my experience, how much it costs, every single thing, all the way down to mailing cost. So in my case, the very first thing that we spent money on was on our I-130 application. An I-130 application is $535. That was the very first thing that we spent money on. Now, after we had sent off our I-130, after 2 weeks, we got an email saying that it's been approved and that we should come for interview. Now, for interview, there are 2 different parts, which is the medical and the main interview. For the medicals, we paid 220 euros because we were living in Italy, and the facility that we did our medical examination in only receives euros, so we paid 220 euros. And then on the day of the interview itself, we paid $325. That's the amount you pay when your visa is approved. That's the amount you're paying to USCIS for your visa. Be calculating all of this now, and then after your visa has been approved, you will collect your visa. Now, coming to the United States, you have to pay another $225 for your green card. Okay, even though you've paid for the visa, your visa and your green card are 2 different things. Now, don't worry, I'm going to come to if you're doing adjustment of status. So for now, I'm just sharing my experience, which is going from getting the visa to coming to the United States. So those are all the major money that we had spent. Now, don't forget that there are other things that cost money. For example, they needed me to bring police certificate, which is the police character clearance certificate. That alone cost us almost 200 euros to get from Nigeria, because when you're not in Nigeria, you're going to need to file online or through family and stuff like that. Now, when we went for the interview was in another city, so we had to travel to another city. We spent around $500 for train tickets to and fro. Okay, and then we stayed in a hotel there for 3 nights. The hotel cost around 120 euros, if I'm not mistaken. So 3 nights, that's 120 euros times 3. Okay, sending the I-130 off, depending on the mailing process that you use, you're going to spend money. Ours was around 20 euros to send the mail off to USCIS. That's to send our I-130 to USCIS. That's another money. So like little things, there are other things aside the major fees that cost money. If you're interviewing in another state, you have to travel, you have to stay somewhere, you have to eat, you have to do all of those things. So all of those other things also cost us money. So in general, we spent around $3,000 to $4,000 for our process. Okay, we spent $3,000 to $4,000 for our process. Okay, so if you're someone that is doing I-130, which is getting a visa and coming to the States, then this part, my experience, will probably work best for you. Now, if you're doing adjustment of status, that's a whole different thing. If you decide to use an immigration lawyer, that's a whole different thing. Immigration lawyers cost between $3,500 to $10,000. I am not even kidding. $10,000. I personally know a friend who knows someone who spends $10,000 for immigration lawyer. Now, the $10,000 you give the immigration lawyer is just an immigration lawyer fee. It does not include the I-130 anything. You still have to pay individually all of this money that I have spent too. Okay, you still have to spend money on different things. The $3,500 to $10,000 is just what the lawyer is charging you to be your lawyer. Now, spending money on a lawyer does not necessarily mean you're going to get the green card. I know someone that has been rejected and the person used a lawyer. Okay, so using a lawyer does not automatically mean you're going to get the green card. It just means that you have someone who's a professional in that field that can tell you, don't do this, don't file this, add this and remove that. That's all immigration lawyers are for. But it doesn't mean you're going to get it. It's a 50-50%. You can get it or you cannot. So that's for that if you're using an immigration lawyer. Now, if you're doing the adjustment of status, so those that do adjustments of status are those that are already in the United States. Say for example, I come to the United States with a tourist visa and I want to switch from a tourist visa to being a permanent resident. That's when it is called adjustment of status. So now I'm going to give you guys the list of every single thing that you're going to be paying for. Mind you that for adjustment of status, you still need to file the form I-130. That's $535. Okay, and then you also need to file the form I-601. That is $930. Okay, now when I was filing, there were so many things that I didn't know. For example, I didn't know if I was paying for affidavit of support or not. But these are some documents that you're going to submit that you don't need to pay for. They are completely free. So I just want to throw that in there in case you're one of those people who didn't know, just like me. For affidavit of support, you don't pay any money for it. It's completely free. I-131, which is the travel document, it's also free. You don't pay any money for that one. Then the I-944, which is the declaration of self-sufficiency. I hope I'm saying it right. That one is also free. You don't need to pay anything for that. And then there's also the I-765, which is the employment authorization. That one is also a no fee form. You don't pay any money for those. And now, if your visa or your green card was denied and you want to file for notice of appeal, that one also costs money, which is the I-290B. That one costs $675. So that's why at the beginning of this video I said the amount of money you end up spending is going to be solely based on your own situation. Because don't say she spent $3,500 to $4,000, that means that's the amount I'm going to spend. You might end up spending $10,000. You might end up spending $12,000. It depends on whether you decide to do this or that. For example, I did not use an immigration lawyer. You might decide to use an immigration lawyer and pay $10,000 more than I did. The place you're traveling to might be further away than where I traveled to. You might need to fly. I took the train. You might need to fly and spend more money than I did. Everybody's process is unique. Everybody's process is different. So don't say simply because she spent $4,000 that's how much I'm going to spend. I just had to share my experience just so you know. But yes guys, that's it for today's video. If there's any question that you have that I didn't answer in this video, leave it in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer if I know the answer to it. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, break it, destroy it, and do whatever you like with it. And don't forget to check out Rewire, download the app, and start sending money. Bye bye.